So I want everybody to hit the share button right now. I got a big announcement to make. I am starting a new underground railroad for all the black people that are scared to leave the Democratic plantation. I know the Democrats can be very cruel. I know they are manipulating you. I know that it is hard to leave their side because they will bash you, they will hurt you, and they will end your career. Well, I am starting a new underground railroad. I am here to save you. Okay? And listen to this. Listen to this, y'all. Miss me with the bull crap. The Democrats have not done anything for Black America. Okay? Nothing. Our communities are like shitholes. Yes, I said it. Our communities are like shitholes. We have it is disgusting. The murder rate is high. Poverty is at its, it doesn't make any sense. And Trump is Trump is in the process of helping the black community, but he got a lot of work to do because the Democrats are trying to stop him from helping the black community. But check this out, y'all. The Democrats were the ones who owned slaves. They were the ones who wanted to keep slavery alive. Yes. Don't bring up President Johnson. Please don't bring him up. I understand that President Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964, but President Johnson was a racist, okay? So don't say, well, the Democrats are the ones who signed the Civil Rights Act. Okay, and they are also the ones who own slaves. So that's like somebody cheating on you and beating on you and then bringing you flowers. Bringing you flowers does not change the fact that they did you wrong. Okay? And that they are still going to do you wrong. Okay? Are you understanding what I'm saying? I understand that the Democrats signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964, but they are also the ones who own slaves and that are keeping black people down. So that's like somebody hitting you and kicking your butt, then bringing you a gift, bringing you flowers. But they're not really sorry. They're not. It doesn't change the fact that they just kicked your ass all them years and that they're still going to do it. Y'all get this. I want y'all to check this out. So I was doing some research. I was studying my history. Okay. So check this out. President Johnson was a racist. The Civil Rights Act of 1964. He actually wanted to call that bill. He wanted to call that the nigger bill. In 1957, he was going to call that the nigger bill. Yeah, President Johnson, the Democrat, wanted to call the Civil Rights Act, he wanted to call that the nigger bill. Yes, the nigger bill. And check this out, y'all. So, since y'all think that President Johnson, he signed the Civil Rights Act. That's when the Democrats started loving black people. That's a damn lie. I am going to read you something. that President Johnson said. President Johnson was a horrible man. Yes, he signed the Civil Rights Act and gave everybody food stamps. Okay, who gives a damn? But listen to this though, okay? Because he did all that and it has not done anything great for the black community. So, hold on. I wrote it down. I wanted to read y'all something real quick. Are you with me? I need somebody to retweet this because I'm about to let y'all know. So, the historian, his name is Doris Goodwin. Okay, he's a great historian. So this is what he reported that President Johnson said. President Johnson, the Democrat, this is what he said. He said, these Negroes, they're getting pretty uppity since they have gotten something that they never had before. The political pull to back up their uppityness. Now, President Johnson said this, y'all. Check this out. Are you with me? Don't go nowhere. You better not go nowhere. You're going to learn something. You're going to learn something today. Okay? So President Johnson said, now we got to do something about this. We got to give them a little something. Just enough to quiet them down, but not enough to make a difference. President Johnson, the one that signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964, he said, we got to give them something just to quiet them down a little bit, but not make a difference. And guess what he gave the black people? That was not going to make a good difference. That was not going to make a big difference. That was going to quiet us up. He gave us food stamps to settle for, so we don't make a difference and rise. He gave us Section 8 so we could be quiet a little bit and settle for Section 8 so we don't rise to the top. He created all this government assistance to make black people settle for less. If we give them stuff, they won't worry about getting a damn job or creating a business. Let's give them something that they can settle for, something that they do not have to work for to keep them down. We don't want these Negroes to rise above us. We don't want these Negroes to eat amongst us. We don't want them to be able to afford. Yes, he signed the Civil Rights Act. Yes, he ended the whole segregation thing, whatever. But he said, let's make a difference. Let's do something, but not where it's going to make a difference. So even though that you signed the Civil Rights Act, so even though that he signed the Civil Rights Act and he fought to end segregation, he said, well, even though I say that these black people can eat with us at the same restaurant, let's create something where they cannot afford to eat with us. Yes, the Democrats, yes, they said, let's end segregation. Yes, the Democratic president said that, but he also